Hello, and welcome to Nordexium News. We cover global conflicts, military developments, and changing power dynamics around the world. I provide clear and direct analysis without political bias or media noise. Let's get into the news I have for you today. If you like the content, please follow, subscribe, and share it with others. Russian forces resume offensive pressure across frontline sectors as ceasefire collapses. The temporary ceasefire across the Ukrainian theater effectively ended by May 11-12 as combat activity resumed across nearly all operational directions. Russian and Ukrainian forces used the pause to rotate personnel, reinforce exposed sectors, restore logistics, and expand drone operations. Russian military reporting claimed more than 23,000 Ukrainian ceasefire violations, primarily involving UAV strikes, artillery fire, and reconnaissance activity against border and frontline regions. Overnight, Russian drone strikes targeted Kyiv, Dnipropetrovsk, Zhytomyr, and additional rear areas, signaling the return of sustained long-range strike operations. In the Slobozhanshchina sector, Ukrainian formations reportedly reinforced positions in the Sumy and Kharkov regions during the ceasefire. Russian sources stated that assault elements from the 54th Separate Reconnaissance Battalion were transferred into the Krasnopilya district to support the 119th Territorial Defense Brigade. Russian military channels also accused Ukrainian forces of moving troops and civilian emergency service vehicles near Granov in the Kharkov direction, reflecting continued concern over concealment tactics and infiltration activity near forward positions. Russian troops continued limited territorial gains north of Kharkov. According to battlefield mapping, Russian forces expanded control in forested terrain. Control was expanded north of the Vovcha River near Okremivka and advanced toward the T-2104 highway near Shestarivka after prolonged positional fighting. On the Kharkiv front, Russian units also made small gains west of Sopish and near the Bachivsk border crossing after several weeks of attritional combat. In Donbass, drone warfare remained one of the dominant operational factors. Near Chasov Yar, Ukrainian UAV operators intensified attacks. Attacks targeted Russian logistics routes and supply movement inside the city. Russian reports described the operational situation there as difficult. Ukrainian drones attempted to establish continuous surveillance and strike coverage over transport corridors. Russian forces also maintained incremental pressure along the Luhansk, northern Donetsk, and Siversk fronts. Russian units reportedly secured Kryvyi after months of combat and increased pressure on Ukrainian positions withdrawing from areas near the Donets River. Additional contested sectors included Rakivka, Kharpivka, Tverdokhlebovy, and Novomikhailivka, where fighting remained positional with repeated localized assaults and artillery exchanges. In the Tavria operational direction, Ukrainian forces reportedly attempted small group infiltration operations into Russian rear areas. Infiltration attempts were reported in eastern Zaporizhia and near Dnipropetrovsk. Russian channels warned of attacks against the highway network to Crimea. Western Zaporizhia remained active near the Kamyansky-Sherbaki line, where Ukrainian formations reportedly continued force concentration efforts while Russian troops reinforced defensive positions near Vasilyanka. Russian preparations for a large-scale combined missile and drone strike campaign also became increasingly visible. Reports indicated possible deployment of two 95MS and two 160M strategic bombers, Iskander-M ballistic missiles, Geran-2 drones, and Kalibr cruise missiles launched from the Black Sea Fleet. The strike model suggested phased attacks intended to saturate Ukrainian air defense through coordinated drone and missile strikes against infrastructure. That is all, folks. Thank you for watching Nordexium News. Stay informed, and I will see you in the next update.